On this episode of Backyard Bushcraft, a tripod for hanging a pot over a fire. Stick around. What's up, everybody? PA Outdoors here. Today, got another backyard bushcraft idea for you. Something you guys can try out in your backyard. No real reason to head into the woods other than unless you've got some an old broken rake handle or something like that. You're gonna need to get 3 sticks. Probably, for this practice, 3 or 4 foot tall is probably good enough. If I'm actually out in the woods and going to be cooking like this over a fire, I'd prefer them to be 5 or 6 feet tall, depending on the size of the fire that I'm going to be building underneath it. So other than those 3 sticks you're going to need, obviously you're going to need your pot with some sort of bail. This is one of the Ozark Trail, the 3-piece cook sets that you can get for like $9. I just drilled some holes in the big pot. I actually drilled holes in both pots, and I had a bail. You've seen it on my other video. I don't know what happened to it. I took it off for some reason and I misplaced it. So this is just some mechanic safety wire. It'll work. You're gonna need some sort of cordage, whether it be 550 paracord, bank line. I'm actually going to utilize both in this exercise, and I'm going to use this chain, and the chain is going to be used to actually dangle the pot. You don't need to have the chain. I like the chain just because it makes it really easy to adjust the height, because I can use the hook and just hook it on any link of the chain. But I'll show you that you can do the exact same thing using paracord and a knot we've already talked about. So there you go. I got my sticks ready to go over there, and let's get lashing those together. All right, let's get making our tripod. Keep all this in frame here if I can. All right, so what I have here is just these are 7/8 dowel I just had lying in the shop. They're 3 foot long, so a little short for if I'd be actually, doing some cooking over a fire, but these will work for demonstration purposes. And I also have about 6 foot of number 18, I believe that's what this is, number 18 bank line. I kind of like using this. It's definitely strong enough, but it's a little more forgiving also. So I'm just going to run this under, take this through, kind of make like a slip knot kind of thing. Oops, I'm sorry. Leave yourself a few inches at the top so it can kind of crisscross. And you're going to go around once, 2, 3 times. And then we're going to start going between them. Now for lashing, if you were like lashing these poles together to make a bed or something like that, you definitely want to get this as tight as you can. For a tripod, it doesn't have to be super tight, or you'll find it hard to actually set the tripod up. So I'm just going to go between these two, just a couple of wraps each. In fact, for just a cooking tripod, you might be able to get away with not even doing these lashings between them, but I like to just for some added stability. And I'm just going to bring this back around, and what do I want to tie this off to? I can find maybe not. Alright, there you go. I'll cut that off and we'll get this all set up. Alright, so there's the tripod all set up. I've got, that's a 1.5 quart pot hanging there. I don't have anything in it yet. And just a thin wire bail. I had a heavier wire bail for it. I took it off to do something apparently and can't find it. So I'm going to have to replace that wire, but no big deal. That's just mechanic safety wire, and it'll do the job for this demonstration. Now I personally like to use chain. And you'll see that's what I'm using right here. And the reason I like the chain is twofold. One, obviously, it won't catch on fire and burn. But with, using hooks and all of the links, it gives me kind of an infinite adjustment as far as how high, how far away or how close to the coals and the fire I want it to be. And that kind of gives you the power to control how fast you're cooking things. Boiling water is one thing, but if you're cooking something, you want to be able to control the heat. So that's why I use a chain. You can use paracord. You do run the risk of it melting, but you can use paracord, and you can still make it adjustable, and I'll show you how I'll do that in 1 second. Alright, so now we're using paracord, and what I've done with the paracord is I've tied a taut line hitch into the paracord right there at my hand, which allows you again to lower the pot as low as you need it, and raise the pot using the taut line hitch. It holds the weight, no problem. There's about 2 cups of water in there, and that's holding the weight no problem. So again, another good use of that taut line hitch knot from my previous video. So there you have it, guys. Tripod cooking stand. Obviously this is a little downsized. You'd want something bigger if you're cooking over a big fire. But, real easy backyard project. Practice it. Learn the lashings. That's all you need to do. Please like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. It's PA Outdoors. Get outside, enjoy yourself, but remember, be safe out there. Thanks for watching.